Hi everyone, this is Claire from Jobjar, and I wanted to give you some encouragement today for your job applications, especially those of you who've had job rejections recently. That's such a horrible word, job rejections. What you need to remember is that it's not you that's been rejected. Companies have a limited number of people that they can employ, and when they have one position open, they can only employ one person. And so this time it wasn't you, but it may be you in the future. It's a great pity because you've put a lot of effort into your application, you've written the cover letter, you've done the CV. Sometimes companies also ask for additional information on your experience. You've put it all together, you've sent it, and what comes back is a no. And what's even worse is what comes back when they say, if you haven't heard from us in like XXX weeks, then it's just considered that you've been rejected. And it's a machine that rejects you. So it's very disheartening. So I wanted to give you some ideas about how you can learn from these experiences in order to strengthen your future applications and keep going with your head held high. So one of the things that you can do, and actually the most obvious thing, is phone the company and ask them, why did you reject me? You probably need to be a bit more elegant than this. Have some questions prepared. Phone the hiring manager, always be polite. Tell them a little bit about yourself, that you thought you were a really good fit. You might spend a sentence telling them why you think their company is so great, and then ask them for feedback. What did I do wrong? Can you give me something constructive so that when I apply again, I'm going to make a better impression? You'll consider me in more detail. And maybe you can also ask them if there are any opportunities coming up in their company soon that you could be fitted for. Hiring managers are very likely to give you good feedback. If you've submitted your application, for example, on LinkedIn, where you've just clicked one button to apply, the chances are that they won't distinguish you from the myriad of other people who've also simply clicked a button to apply. But if you've put some effort in, then the chances are somebody has read what you've sent, and they will be able to give you some pointers. If you've made a connection to the hiring manager and another position comes up, it's much easier to call them then and say, I see you've got something new coming up. What do you think of me for this role? And the chances are that the hiring manager is going to remember you. You shouldn't be nervous calling them. If you're in any doubt, make your list of questions, and then you'll be able to stick to the point, and it will make the conversation a little bit smoother perhaps and make you a bit less nervous. The thing to remember is that hiring managers are people. They're not going to bite. They're not going to be cross with you. They're likely to be really impressed by your initiative. So this is one thing that you can do. Another way that you can learn from your rejected job applications is perhaps to go through the process with your friend. Find somebody who can look objectively at your application. They can look at the CV with you. They can look at the cover letter, the job post. They can look at the company with you and see if they can spot any anomalies, any things that are out of place. There are two good reasons for doing this. The first is that when you explain things, for example, in a cover letter, you know exactly what you mean, but does it come across to the other person as clearly? Perhaps your friend can help you if there are some areas that are not clear. You can rewrite them together. Another good idea for getting a friend to look at it is that your friend sees you from the outside. When you write your piece, your CV, your cover letter, you see yourself as you do yourself. You see your own strengths and you see things that you're proud of. And this is natural, but you may find that your friends see something in you that's even better or a bit different, something you haven't spotted. And they may give you that extra strengths, different things to put onto your CV that you haven't noticed before. So talk it through with a friend. Remember that companies can only employ a certain number of people. So you need to find out what their activities are and be there when they need someone. So try to find ways to engage with the company. Perhaps on social media, you can start following them. You can react to their posts. Perhaps they have open days. You can stay in touch with them in different ways. See if they perhaps volunteer for some of the things that they're interested in. Stay in touch with them. And with this, you're likely to find out new opportunities sooner and you'll be able to react and apply to them sooner. Importantly, keep lots of irons in the fire. Keep lots of CVs going. Keep lots of things out there. And if one doesn't quite work out, you know that you have lots of others to look forward to.